Previously on Anachronology.
2003. So Popo Bawa's into butt stuff. He's a freak.
No normal person does that.
Pretty impressive. This is the exact moment that Anderson Cooper became gay.
The Anachronauts. They travel through time by downloading history to their brains and archive the past in order to save the future. With their trusty brain download computer, the Epic Traversier, they randomly visit the past year after year. Join them as they embark on their next adventure. Prepare yourself for Anachronology.
Well, hello.
Hey.
Well, hello, everyone out there in Acronology land. My name is Clay, and this is my co-host, Tom. Welcome to Acronology, the show where two white guys who are pretty ignorant about a lot of stuff travel back from the year 1982 to present day to bring you stuff that you might not have known. You might have known, you might have forgotten, but hopefully you'll laugh along with us when we talk about whatever happens to come our way. Tom, how are you, my friend?
Good, buddy. Welcome to Anachronology. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate all the views, all the support, all over the, the socials, the Instagrams, the TikToks. I sound like an old man when I say it like that, but we really do support all the followers, all the people checking on past videos. We even have a Patreon member who's incredible.
Peter.
Shout out to Pete Sudol. He has been kind of the first and only Patreon member. He's a good friend. We're not paying him to do this. He's doing it out of the pure love of his heart.
And as our lone patron, Peter, just for you, that sneaky special bonus content we drop with every Patreon episode or every episode on our Patreon, and bonus content and special secret categories. So if you want to go check those out, our Patreon is right there on the old linky link. And also, if you don't want to give us money, just click subscribe. Click subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us make this show get to more people. And I'm having fun. And we got at least some subscribers on there. So thank you guys who have clicked that button.
Yeah.
Muchos gracias.
It does mean a lot. It's that support. It's that currency in your social engagement with us. And we thank you of that. Hey, throw some comments on the videos. We do the best we can, of course, with the help of Epoch Traverser, our super secret computer, to just find out as much information as we can, but we will and have been wrong, so appreciate those corrections.
And even if you're not subscribing and you are listening to this, just go ahead and comment what we've done incorrectly or correctly, because that's just as fun too. Just hearing from you guys, letting us know what we've done wrong, because I guarantee you it's been a lot. But without further ado, and welcome to the show. I don't know what year we are going to this year, my friend. So I wonder if we should take a little dipskis into the time machine, if it was the Epic Traverser, to see where we gotta go.
Let's try it out. Epic Traverser, take us away, friend.
It is time to find today's time coordinates from the Epoch Traverser.
Let's go.
2021 last time?
2021. That was like, what, 3 years ago? It really wasn't time travel.
Not 20. Okay.
I'm good.
2000. Even 2000.
Early 2000. Oh.
1996.
Oh, hit it. What is it going to be this time? Oh, shit. It's rocking, man.
Are we getting rickrolled?
We are.
No. That's give you up. Never gonna. Is this rickrolled?
We've just got rickrolled. Yeah, Traverser just rickrolled us. It has a weird taste in 8-bit music.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
It was so grumbly. I was like, I didn't know if that was.
It was pretty terrible. But that's the sense of humor that a supercomputer has. It likes to punk us on some 8-bit jams. But 96, bro.
1996. Pull this back up. 1996.
Lots of thoughts there. I mean, 96 end of middle school for me. That was the end of an era. Boy, that was kind of just like the entry to high school right there. 96, 97. Farewell to Innocence was actually gone way before that, but I'm trying
to think. That's definitely my last. I think I went into high school in 97. So
yeah, there we go.
Damn, I do not want to dig up my yearbook to see how awful I look. I mean, I don't look great now, but I don't want to go back into that time capsule. 13 years old, not old enough to drive, but also too old to be like a cute kid.
Oh yeah. Awkward haircuts at that point too. It's just kind of like at that age, I would say like late middle school, you start being quote unquote a man and deciding how your hair looks. And then obviously It's like everything in middle school is like based off of like maybe what some cool person, their celebrity had.
Man, I remember trying to think. I want to say that maybe right around that age was the first, like, the bulk of my wardrobe was not
Okay.
like hand-me-downs. Like I was big hand-me-down family, where I grew up. I got
Same.
older brother, older cousins, and it was just here. This is your winter jacket. These are your jeans.
Here's your starter jacket your
Yeah,
brother
right.
wore for three winters in a row.
I want to say like probably 13 was when I probably put my foot down. I was like, I need clothes that haven't been worn by another human being.
Damn straight. Yeah. I'm going to the mall. 'Cause the
Yeah.
mall in 96 was reigned supreme at the mall. It's a social structure. And those are really in my, like, I guess, automatic memory. When I think about 96, I was a punk kid going to the mall, spending my lawnmower money on DVDs. Actually, even at that point, I don't even think it was really prominently DVDs. I probably still had a VHS player, and I was playing CDs like a motherfucker. That's what I was doing.
Man, I'm trying like on those trips to the mall. I probably was still, even though had video games at home, the arcade. I still remember going to like arcade.
Bro,
Didn't have
solid
wasn't
arcade
cool enough
culture.
to be like drinking underage yet. So
Oh, yeah.
definitely, at least consistently. So definitely
That's
didn't
it.
have
Sure.
an outlet,
A
but
lone
definitely
beer here
arcade.
and there. Yeah.
Uh,
No, absolutely. That's what I think I can remember in the context of me in 96. But I'm sure
mhm.
a lot happened in 96 that we are,
Mm.
of course, going to find out. So at this point in the show, what we like to do is tell everybody watching, listening, however you're consuming this podcast, to please buckle your seatbelts and stand by as we now temporally travel to the year 1996.
Let's do it.
Goodbye.
Access granted.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Today's segment of Acronology is brought to you by Revenge Corn. Introducing Revenge Corn, the sweetest revenge you'll ever taste. Have you ever wanted to send a message to someone who wronged you, but flowers or chocolates just won't cut it? Enter Revenge Corn, the hilarious and unexpected way to express your feelings. Picture this: your ex who ghosted you, your noisy neighbor who won't turn down the music, or that coworker who always steals your lunch from the office fridge. Now, imagine their surprise when they receive a mysterious package filled with ears of corn. With Revenge Corn, you can let them know they've been corned without saying a word. Our high-quality non-GMO corn is hand-selected for maximum freshness and impact. Each ear of corn is lovingly packaged and shipped anonymously, leaving them scratching their heads and wondering, why corn? Whether it's a lighthearted prank or a playful jab, Revenge Corn is the perfect way to add some humor to any situation. Plus, it's eco-friendly because who needs plastic-wrapped pranks anyway? So why wait? Just stalk their social media, stalk their doorstep with Revenge Corn. Order now and let the kernels of justice pop. After all, revenge is a dish best served on the cob.
You are watching Anachronology.
Welcome back. I hope if anyone needs any to exact any revenge, please check out our previous sponsor and send someone that you dislike several ears of corn with Revenge Corn.
Amazing.
Well,
Amazing.
Tom, we are in 1996.
Here we are.
And,
Made it alive on the side.
trusty AI producer here has dumped some
Ooh.
ongoings of what occurred here in 1996. Let's start off with a little something. The Olympics in 1996. The
Atlanta
Olympic Games,
represent 96. Hell yeah, dog.
Summer Olympics held in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. The games featured memorable moments, namely, at least the female women's gymnastic team. She's actually hidden behind.
I see her though. I see my girl.
Chipmunk girl, but yeah, little Carrie Strug.
Carrie Strug. And what was her love affair coach there, the old man?
Ella Caroli. Ella Caroli.
I just always think of the Chris Kattan SNL sketch because he was like frighteningly on par to her essence.
I remember that he was like, "You have to do it. You have. You
Right.
cannot win unless you do it." Her leg is busted.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, I'll do it." And it turns
Yeah,
out
it felt
she
very
didn't.
manufactured for the Olympics, but that was, like, obviously the
Oh yeah,
good
she didn't even
Kellogg's, or whatever you wanna call it, Wheaties box fucking story of that
she
Olympics.
didn't even need to make that jump, but that like Eastern European dude was like, "You fucking are gonna
He
make this jump.
better,
You better
yeah.
make this jump." And the little girl here in the middle, that is, I remember her name is Dominique Mocianu because I remember I was like, I remember I had a crush on her,
It's
and
very
then
Italian.
and I guess like several years later, it came out that I want to say it was her dad had like a secret second family that no one knew
Oh,
about,
that
or at
that
least
tracks.
the Olympic committee or the USA team was like, you cannot tell her about her half sister. We need her on the freaking beams, the
Yeah.
floors, the high
We
bars.
need 9.9s across the
No
board here.
distractions. No,
Yeah,
no lost half
right?
family distractions.
Go USA, though.
And then before there was Usain
Oh,
Bolt,
yeah.
there was Michael Johnson.
Oh, yeah, Michael Johnson.
You can kind of see his
Big
gold
energy there.
sneakers. Yeah, this dude was dope.
Yeah.
He was dope. The
He was
fact
a cool athlete too. I felt like he added like a Michael Jordan flair
Mm.
to fucking like
Oh yeah.
running. He was a badass athlete.
I believe he held the 200 and the 400 meter, which I don't think any athlete
Wow,
had done prior. I
that's
believe. I
crazy.
believe that's right. He definitely had 200. That's a world record, obviously. And
Pumped in that
also
picture.
at the Olympics, womp womp. Uh,
Oh
this
yeah.
guy, Richard Jewell,
Oh,
unfortunately,
poor Richard
yeah.
Jewell.
Yeah, the FBI suspects Hero Guard may have planted
Mm,
bombs. So
yes, big news.
there was a before it was even super fashionable to well, I guess be attacking the Olympics.
Yeah.
There was pipe bombs that were placed around part of the Olympic Village, and this guy Richard Jewell, who's a security guard, noticed the suspicious package or ongoings, a backpack, and he actually saved hundreds of people by getting them away from the area.
Hero.
And what did the FBI do? They said this guy
Yeah.
he
Broke
did it
him down basically. Yeah. Yeah, I mean this is quite the story. Years later, I think Clint Eastwood made a Richard Jewell movie. I think the guy that played him looked just like Richard Jewell. It's like perfect
yeah
casting at that point.
that's up Clint Eastwood's alley. Like he would take like either books that were already written and make a movie, or in this case, a real life thing that already happened. He's like, I don't need to worry about an ending. It's already got an ending.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. You can pull up
next,
all the cultural records.
next, I remember this was a big deal. Dolly the sheep.
My
Scientists
God.
at the Roslin Institute in Scotland announced the successful cloning of a sheep named Dolly, the first mammal to be cloned from an adult somatic cell.
Wow,
And
Dolly.
the somatic
Beginning of the Clone Wars here.
Yeah, somatic cell. Do you want to know why they named the sheep Dolly, Tom?
I don't. I will tell me. No, I do not know.
The cell that they cloned her from was a mammary cell, which are breast tissue. So they named her after
Oh shit.
arguably everyone's favorite well endowed lady, Dolly Parton. So
That little crude men's humor, even in deep science. That's pretty wild.
what do we got here next? This Lothario right
Hey,
here.
Van Damme.
This photo of him, people will notice this isn't him in 1996. But
Hater
this
blockers.
Yasser Arafat was elected. Yasser Arafat was elected president of the Palestinian National Authority, and that's more probably people recognize.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Wow, you talk about like what a couple years does to you.
Right?
How many years in between is that?
I do not have a date on this photo for you, but I mean, if I had to guess, this is in the 70s. Like, so you got to figure like 20.
Cocaine era fat kind of era.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely getting. I mean, look how slick this dude was, and
He
then
looks slick.
and then
Yeah.
he looks like I'm just trying to have Muslim.
You get that middle-aged Muslim cholesterol, and you got to start eating healthier. This was him coming down off that.
Also in 1996, it says the internet continued to grow rapidly with a number of users worldwide reaching tens of millions. Companies like Yahoo, Amazon, eBay, and Hotmail expanded their
Bro,
presence online.
who's cool and who still has a Hotmail account? If you have one and you're watching, put your Hotmail account in this comment right now, and I'll email you.
I am pretty sure Hotmail turned into Outlook. I think that's what it is. I do not
Really?
know. I believe
Wow.
so, but
Somebody I knew had a Hotmail account, like an uncle or something recently. And I was like, what's your email? And he said Hotmail. And I was like, that's like the holy grail. Like no one has a Hotmail account. Like how did they didn't shut that down on you?
I think strangely enough, I do remember having a Hotmail account, and I remember needing it for like when I lived in Texas. I remember like buying some stuff off eBay, and I remember like needing an account, and I remember like using that Hotmail account.
Oh yeah,
I
past
still
accounts have all died by many people in a Hotmail account.
I still remember the like what the username was. I'm or pretty sure, but the password I have no idea. So whatever whatever email or emails that are lost to time in there, I do not know. What else we got here? Ah, yes.
Red song.
Yeah. So what we had here also in 1996, mad cow disease, the
Not a
outbreak
good
of
one.
mad cow disease, bovine spongiform encephalopathy in the UK led to widespread concern about food safety and resulted in the culling of millions of cattle. But what that also led us to was we got a cool commemorative stamp out of it. That's what they do in the UK.
That is metal as hell.
They have to murder all of their edible, their dairy cows, their beef cows, their grazing cattle, and they say, "Remember, long live the cow. The cow is dead." Well, here it is in a memorable 50 pence piece or stamp, rather.
That's a pretty badass stamp. I bet if you have that, it's worth a shit ton of money too.
Yeah, it's very stiff upper lip. The British just keeping with
very much so.
It's trying times, dear. We've had to cut off the heads of all the cows, but we have a commemorative stamp for it. And then this guy right here, U.S. presidential election, Bill Clinton was reelected as the president of the United States, defeating Republican nominee Bob Dole. And here is a nice little photo I found of this is them on inauguration night.
Is that at the Epstein Island?
He is. That's, I was just, Tom, I was wondering what he is telling, like Woody whispered in their ears, like, no one's ever going to find out where the bodies are
being
buried.
watched. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Now that I've got secured another 4 years, I don't worry. I'm going to have the FBI, the CIA, they're going to be tied around my little finger. Nothing bad is ever going to befall our family again because nothing bad has ever happened to a U.S. president.
That's right. Famous last words.
Right. And this, speaking of famous last words, TWA Flight 800, a Boeing 747 exploded and crashed into the Atlantic Ocean shortly after takeoff from JFK Airport in New York City, killing all 230 people on board.
Bummer.
This was the inspiration for the late 90s movie Final Destination.
Get Out.
Starring Devon Sawa. But unlike just the Grim Reaper wanting to kill people for going to Paris, unfortunately, the cause of this plane explosion, faulty fuel tank, like vapors were building. Vapor built up in the fuel tanks, and then just a arbitrary spark from some part of the machinery ignited the fuel. Damn thing exploded.
Or the one guy that lit the cigarette. You're the sworn cigarette you're never supposed to light on a flight.
He thought he was already in Paris, France.
Sir, no. Yeah,
where smoking is a way of life. No, sir, you were only 10 miles off the shore of Boston when that thing unfortunately exploded, taking down everyone.
Yeah, that thing was quite an explosion. Well, it's too bad. R.I.P.
Unfortunate R.I.P. And in 1996, this is the invention of the home DVD player. The first DVD digital versatile disc was introduced, revolutionizing the home entertainment industry with their superior audio and video quality compared to VHS tapes. And the reason why there is the 1996 DVD of Twister, that is apparently the first DVD that went on sale for the home market.
Get out.
I do not know if that is true.
I mean, you know what? It's pretty fitting. I'm sure they were probably showing out their like super sharp 720 by 480 picture scan.
Here's where I don't know why if it's
surround sound.
Because it's famously attributed to like the media that is accepted by the home market is usually the one that pornography studios used. So for Twister being the #1 home movie, I don't know. It's very possible an adult film beat it to the punch. I do not know.
Maybe it was like Titty Twister. It was like the porn version of Twister.
See, this makes complete sense. And then Hollywood took a page out of their book and they said they released Titty Twister first. Let's just release Twister on our end. But that was what AI producer spat out for the year in review in 1996.
Interesting year. I guess I didn't give it that much credit when we started.
Hello, Tom and Clay. I am happy you have successfully downloaded the information from today's chosen year and are ready to begin the Archival session. Please focus on the following categories provided by your galactic overlords. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Focusing. I guess we need to focus on these categories. So we found out where we are, 96. We reviewed the year. Now let's see what we got to specifically talk about in archive here in non-Seeks. Epoch, take it away.
Anachronauts, welcome to today's year. Please proceed in discussing the following categories provided by your galactic overlords. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Okay.
The category is fads.
Okay, fads.
All right.
The category is fashion.
God damn.
Easy.
Yeah, I know. All right, settle down.
The category is video games.
Okay, all right. Video games I can live with.
I like that one.
Video games I can live with.
Let the categories begin.
Oh, baby.
All right, so fads, fashion, video games.
Okay.
Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, well, I don't like fashion. That is a tough sell. That's a tough sell. So I think we're gonna get fashion out of the way. We're gonna get fashion out of the way here. I think that's probably the wisest thing to do. Let's see here.
Go for it.
Let's see. So fashion in 1996. See, we're running here. We got some grunge. Grunge, inspired by the music genre of the same name. Grunge fashion was all about disheveled, casual look. I mean, that doesn't seem like 1996. Doesn't it seem a little late for grunge? Doesn't that seem a little late? Like,
It kind of does. Yeah. I mean, I want to say like 94 and maybe 95 even, but I feel like 94 in my mind was like a big time for that, like big grunge, kind of explosion that obviously took off Pacific Northwest down to Cali. And then I just felt like it was all over the.
I'm just remember like Nirvana and Pearl Jam being a little early, a little earlier, but I know it.
Yeah.
So denim, I don't know, but this next one, this makes sense to me because this pulls up denim overalls. We have just overalls here made of denim. It says a staple in the fashion of the 90s, often worn with only one strap fastened and a t-shirt or crop top underneath. And the trend also involved wearing denim. So that is obviously very famous model Tyra Banks on the left there. Then
Biel?
Young Jessica Biel from what's that, Seventh Heaven, or can't remember what the name of that show is.
How could I forget?
And then obviously Fuji's.
There
we go. There is the one strap removed from the denim overall.
I like it. Yeah, I guess it was a thing. I guess it seems to be embraced by many different genres here.
And Janet Jackson, I mean, the Jacksons could pretty much, well, Janet or Michael, they could wear anything.
They could pull anything off.
They could pull anything off.
Exactly.
They could pull anything off. And then Tia and Tamara Mowry, I think their show was called Sister Sister on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, it was.
They were probably, this was like let me see. They wanted to be Lauryn Hill and Janet Jackson, but they just turned into we're the weird twins on the museum trip.
Yeah, it's dance day at youth group or something thing they got going on over here.
Well, they are loving their denim. They're loving their denim. They're
very much loving their denim.
They're not even wearing denim overalls. They're just wearing regular overalls. They couldn't be cool
psycho
enough.
Mother dressed them like this.
Denim was not cool enough, or not was too adverse, like too family friendly adverse. What is plaid? That's right. It says plaid here. Plaid, a popular print during this time, often seen on flannel shirts, skirts, and dresses. It was often worn with other grunge inspired. Okay, so maybe they're confusing grunge and plaid.
I think so, because it's like, I mean, sure, plaid made its way into the grunge look. It'd be either like you'd wear that long sleeve flannel over the top, people tie it around their waist was a thing. It was like sometimes it was an accessory to grunge, or it was the grunge look.
In this, we have a print ad here. I think it's Versace. I don't know what. I can't read whoever that. It looks like Giovanni Versace.
Oh, that's his. Yeah, that's his little signature there.
So I mean, Giovanni Versace, he got down on the plaid, and that's obviously teen heartthrob Jonathan Brandis.
Gone too soon, Prince.
Yep, he definitely is rocking the plaid, of course. And then it's odd to me that there is so much Ken plaid clothing. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, And these are just the outfits that AI producer spat out. But the other thing, we can only blame one man for this trend, even though this movie came out in 1995. This
that
is
Argyle.
That tartan print that's Mel Gibson is rocking. I mean, of course, things take a while to catch on. So with Braveheart coming out in 1995, it was obviously a logical next step that plaid would be hot to trot in 1996. Obviously.
Yeah, I think it knew it was going to make its way into the zeitgeist. They were just early testing it in the Braveheart stuff.
And let's see, what's the next thing on this list here was, yes, the platform shoes. It says here, platform shoes, particularly platform sneakers, were a popular footwear choice during this time. They were often worn with, goddamn, there's this word again, grunge or hip-hop inspired outfits. I mean, this is, I believe, Naomi Campbell on the right and Kate Winslet on the left here.
Kate Moss.
I'm sorry, Kate Moss. Sorry, Kate Moss.
That's a definite Kate Moss. Kate Winslet had a little more meat on those bones, but I liked that. Honestly.
I misspoke. Different British person. And who made those very famous? These guys were still on tour. Kiss. I mean, obviously, Kiss was not a 1996 band, but they were.
Have transcended time, basically.
If hot models can rock them, I think they were just making the statement like, we were doing this long before and we'll continue to do it long after. You know, everything, you can't reinvent the wheel. We've already done this.
They had just more like metal ass fucking rised ass boots. Look at the platforms. They had like teeth and fucking noses and dragons' faces on them.
I mean, that is, I mean, I get it. It's a get up, but I don't mean, the only thing I got to is like tip my hat to is however you like rock out with those things on, like that's,
ouch.
I mean, it's pretty.
Can you imagine the foot soaks after the Kiss show? There's those bunions they got. It's fucking rough.
God. And speaking of musical acts, we have probably the chunkiest chunky boys. Look at those freaking clodhoppers, man.
Wow. Now
that is the Spice Girls. I mean, I think the only one not Sneakers is being worn by Sporty, and Pashi is wearing. Of
course, it's Mel B not wearing it. She's just always the rebel. Mel
B.
You
got you got Scary Spice.
What's the one on the far right? Who's the far right?
Pashi. That's Sporty. That's Sporty.
Sporty. Yeah, I'm fucking up my dwarfs and my fucking Spice Girls. Sorry.
Well, dude, when you're being blinded by these giant platform shoes that they obviously are single-handedly to blame for, bringing back into vogue 1996, more so than Kiss.
Yeah, it's like nowadays, this is what like a pair of like your dad's Skechers look like. They're all like weird with massive like soles on them and stuff. They just got goofier and goofier, some certain kinds of shoes.
And let's not forget probably the riskiest platform shoe, Pam, barbed wire, Anderson in barbed wire. I remember seeing this in the theater, and I don't remember the platform shoes, my friend. I
was too busy looking at other things.
I was too busy
about the platform shoes,
distracted. But
you had to sit through like 45 plus minutes to get to any kinds of bare skin in this movie, and they got you. They knew exactly how they roped you into barbed wire. That's the best part.
For mid-90s fashion, I mean, not the best, not the worst, but also it doesn't really seem like the one thing that I will like is plaid. I'm a big stripes guy, big plaid guy. So if I'm going to take anything, I'm not rocking platform shoes. I'm not wearing overalls, but if anything, plaid, I'll keep the plaid. I like the plaid.
I like plaid. And, I think there's sometimes I'll rock a plaid shirt, like you said. I think for me, it's a particularly fall kind of fashion I like to institute, but denim is very selective. It is the Canadian tuxedo. I don't know. Could I rock a black? I like black denim. I think black denim's pretty, not dapper, not denim Dan and shit. Like I'm more kind of just a subdued denim cloth.
I mean, if I actually like worked on like had a garden or worked on my car, I could see like denim, like a denim, like an apron or something that like stand up to the elements, stand up to the wear and tear. I can see that. But I think that's a nice little 1, 2, 3. There's some other garbage here that AI's got for like minimalism, hip hop, baby doll dresses, crop tops. But I mean, those are the standouts to me, way more than grunge. Thank you very much. And I think
it's weird about grunge.
But I think what we get moved on to here is a segment, a brand new segment.
Oh, he was very
A
late
br-
on that, but it is time for a segment. Thank you,
a
Clay,
brand new
unlike AI
a brand
producer.
new segment, Tom. And in the year
Exciting.
1996, we have this. Well, every year we have people who are born and people who pass on.
Hey, now.
And I figure this segment here we're gonna call birthdays and death days. And I think we should just kind of run through real quick to see who was born in 1996. How many of these people do we really think are, get their fame, their claim to fame? So obviously we got Tommy Holland here, number one, Spider-Man. I
Spidey,
mean,
come on.
pretty good. Zendaya, 1996.
Soulmates, those two.
I don't know who Dove Cameron.
Nope,
I
sorry,
don't
girl.
know.
And who is
Sam Colbeck.
Sorry, try again.
I think this David Dobrik guy is the. Didn't he like murder his friend or almost murder his friend?
Fun.
These
all look like YouTube celebrities. It's very funny.
Okay, okay, Haley Bieber. That's his wife, right? Justin's wife.
Yeah, she's actually a Baldwin, I think. One of the Baldwins is her dad. I think it's the unfortunate Baldwin is her dad. Like the one that he was in Half Baked, that Baldwin. Stephen Baldwin? Not Stephen.
Daniel Baldwin.
Daniel. Yeah, whatever one. He's just kind of he was in Usual Suspects. I think that's her dad.
Damn it. Is that Stephen Baldwin?
Oh, we've been Baldwin.
See, that might be a segment for another 90s show is name that Baldwin.
Name that Baldwin. It's tough. Very tough.
Okay, Funny Mike. So far you've got like 2 out of 8 so far.
Wait, Little Peep though. Oh, Little Peep's dead too. He died.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm scrolling down a little too fast. We got Lily Pons, Rice Scum, Lil Peep, Liz. No idea. Wilbur Suit.
Who are these people? This kid looks like a fucking kid that's playing World of Warcraft online with his friends. Look at him. He's really young.
Okay, Lana Rhodes. It says Instagram star, but
well, we know her. Yeah, sure.
That looks more like not clothes on star.
It is, yeah.
6'9". I know that guy. He went to jail for. I think he got in trouble with the law. Then he flipped on. He made some deal, and then he was out.
Fun.
He got arrested again. I don't know. That's 1996. You're not doing yourself any favors.
The world was forever changed at that moment when he came into our lives.
Dude, I don't know who Chunks is, and I'm a little upset I don't know who Chunks is, dude.
Chunks is having a great life. Chunks with a Z.
Dude, 96 gave us Chunks. Chris Collins, Jenny Kim, Alyssa Violet, Bella Hadid.
All right.
Lily Reinhardt, dude.
I know who she is. Some of these people are. All these other people, I guess this website's giving them their due. They've got to be like YouTube celebrities. Look at YouTube star Chris Tyson, TikTok star, YouTube star,
reality star. Okay, Haley Steinfeld. She has been in something. I don't know what.
A-lister. She's all in. Okay. She was like one of the Hawkeyes and shit.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so she is this Pokemon girl. Is that the girl who did the bathwater? Is that the girl who sold her bathwater?
Yeah, she probably did. Well, thank God she was born in 1996.
So that is they're misnomering her like Twitch star. She is an entrepreneur. She's selling bathwater.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow. I know who Joe Burrow is. I know who that guy is.
There we go. We got an athlete on the list, people.
Joe Burrow. Okay. Joe Burrow 96. I don't know who Summer Rae is.
Summer Rae. Another. I think she's an Instagram person.
I'm sure there is someone.
There's Florence Pugh.
Okay, Florence Pugh. Okay, Florence Pugh. All right, Zach Bryan. No,
sorry.
That name kind of sounds familiar, but I'm sure I don't listen to country music. So if someone who does listen to country music, like, oh yeah, Zach Bryan. Okay.
Lots of YouTube stars here.
Oh yeah, and then Christian McCaffrey. Okay, he just played, and Josh Allen. Okay, so we have a million celebrities I haven't heard of, or not even celebrities, a million YouTube people I haven't heard of, and then Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, all of who are like arguably the best at their positions which they play. So there is just a bunch of dookie people who I don't know what they do online, and then guys who get paid multi-millions of dollars to go play a kids game.
Yeah, so 96 was like hot for it's like instead of like the boomer babies, like it was the YouTube celebrity year. It was 96. Parents were just pumping them out. It was in the drinking water. All about YouTube celebs in 96, up and coming.
So if that was who was born, let's see if we run through anybody we know a little more who might have already off the bat. It's
lost too soon.
Dude, Tupac already off the bat. Okay. John, but I don't even know if anyone who's not born in the 40 years is going to know who that is. But dude, Tiny Tim, Tiptoe Through the Tulips. That's where I'll be.
Yeah, he hung in there for a while.
Dude, I think there's actually footage of him dying, like the heart attack he has that kills him. I believe that exists somewhere. Ella Fitzgerald, obviously famous Ella Fitzgerald.
Hey, Gene Kelly.
Damn, I didn't even know he was alive in 1996. Probably one of the last survivors from the Titanic, Miss Eva Hart.
She hung in there.
Carl Sagan. Okay, Carl Sagan.
Carl.
G.
Nobody could rock a turtleneck like Carl Sagan. Look at him.
Total G.
Total G. Uncle Milty.
Dude, Georgie Burns.
Georgie.
I can't believe I thought I remember seeing the paper when he died because he lived to be 100, and I think it was like,
yeah, look at that,
the George Burns dead at 100. Everyone's surprised because he was
just said finally on it, like George Burns slips out for the night.
Charlie Barnett, as someone who likes comedy, I'm sorry I don't know who you are. Jonathan Larson, you playwright. 1936.
I love his work. Okay, John Pertwee. I've seen that face somewhere. I don't know where.
He looks like he came in. He looks like he came in second in a Dick Van Dyke lookalike. Let me see. Spiro Agnew. So he was Nixon's former vice president, and he famously said, "Being vice president isn't worth a bucket of spit."
Ouch.
Yeah. So he wasn't the only person who didn't like Richard Nixon. He did not come back for a second term. See. Audrey Meadows sounds familiar, but I don't. She must have been in something back in black and whitey times.
Oh yeah,
Barbara Jordan, Yaki Gaddafi. Yaki Gaddafi. You have a name of someone on YouTube, but it wasn't invented yet, or TikTok, and you also died before that even was.
You were rocking the big, like, kind of almost Pharrell hat before Pharrell rocked it.
You know, Mary Leakey, paleontologist. Tom, I think the other episode where you brought up cryptids in our cryptid section, she did a little
cryptozoology. Yeah,
I believe she did some a little bit talk about Bigfoot, how whether or not it could be plausible or not. Like that wasn't her main focus.
She kind of looks like she may have had an intimate relationship with Bigfoot.
She had looks like her noggin is big enough where she probably had something kicking around where she could be giving her 2 cents on whether or not
they went out and perform sexual favors on each other in the woods.
Real or not. I don't know who Claudette Colbert is. Total Fox, though.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, she probably smoked like a chimney and drank like, no tomorrow. But, that was just part of the times.
And then we've just scrolling down. Farron Young, don't know who you. Namdi, Ben Johnson. Dude. Oh, man. Oh, we got two. We got
America's sweetheart.
We got 2 saddies. We got Margot Hemingway, and then Family Feud.
Ooh,
Raymond Combs Jr.
Survey says, he definitely did kill himself in 96. That was definitely a dark period of game show history. And somebody found him. Now, did he kill himself in his dressing room, or am I making that up?
I thought it was. If it wasn't his dressing room, he did. I believe he was a very bad alcoholic, and he hung himself. I believe whether or not that was in his dressing room or not, I do not know. However, as far as playing birthdays and death days, I'm going to give the win to 1996. The ones that were taken from us in 1996, it seems like a far greater loss than the additions we gained from the births in 1996.
I could have traded up some of them losses for gains. I'll be honest with you. I feel like if I could have kept a Margot Hemingway I'd trade her in for about 10 of those YouTube celebrities.
Yeah, I don't even know who that.
If I could have had a few more years of her. Couple more TV movies with her. Please.
That Foxy Claudette was, but geez, Louise, I mean, shit. I don't want her to be even. I don't even need her to be that hot. I just she looked like so nice to be my grandma. Like, bring her back. Bring her back.
Yeah, like, wow, grandma, you got really hot. You were really hot. That's creepy.
Now a word from one of our wonderful sponsors.
Oh, nice. Another sponsor.
Okay, keeping pace, AI producer. Okay, cool. Well, dude, I mean, I really enjoyed fashion. That was a fun little new category as well. New segment, to play. But let's jump to one of our amazing sponsors here at Anachronology, and we will be right back.
We'll be right back after these messages. Go get yourself some gabagool.
Okay, here we go on break at Anachronology, and Anachronology could not be made possible without our amazing sponsors. One of those amazing sponsors happens to be Fat Dragons Mobility Scooters. Do you suffer from obesity? Having trouble moving around? Are you no longer able to fit into a motor vehicle? Introducing Fat Dragons Mobility Scooters, where comfort meets convenience for those who deserve the best. At Fat Dragons, we understand the challenges faced by those with limited mobility, especially the inability to take ownership of one's actions, which led them to their current state of lethargy. Our scooters provide unparalleled stability, and the only support we don't offer is emotional. But if you need to talk, our toll-free customer service line is live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our robust chassis boasts impressive weight capabilities designed to accommodate users of different sizes and weights with utmost safety in mind, allowing you to navigate with confidence and ease with a ride as smooth as the ice that old Zamboni we repurposed will do for you. With Fat Dragons Mobility Scooters, you can reclaim your independence, rediscover the joy of movement. Whether you're running errands or enjoying a day out with family or friends, that will no longer be embarrassing to be seen with you. Because of your Fat Dragons Mobility Scooter, it has you covered. Say goodbye to limitations and hello to endless possibilities. As long as they're located on the ground floor, as Fat Dragons Mobility Scooter are only rated for freight elevators found at seaports. So, not the best thing, but don't let mobility challenges hold you back. Experience the freedom you deserve with Fat Dragons Mobility Scooters, your trusted partner in mobility solutions.
You are watching Anachronology.
Hello, welcome back to the show. I hope you enjoyed that message from one of our many, many sponsors. And if you feel like doing anything along the lines of sponsoring us, you can check us out at patreon.com/acronology. And if you don't want to do that, well, you just hit a little subscribe for YouTube. It takes no time, no money at all. Just give us a little subscribe. It's okay. We like you. We like you. Come on.
We love you. We really do. And you get all the special stuff, special content every week to accompany each episode. That's right. Sometimes you'll get up to 45 minutes of additional material of us yakking away at some category and some year that we're in, but you're going to love it. And it's there. It's only for you, for your eyes only. But yeah, join up. We got a really great tier, solid tier. You get a lot of good fun stuff. Join our Discord channel that we have as well. And, talk to us. Talk to us about where we should go, what we did wrong, where we should go back, and what we should talk about in those years. But yeah, Patreon, baby. Join it up.
Please. And speaking of what we're talking about, Tom, I see the next category we have here is a little something that we're going to call fads. In 1996, the first fad that AI producer seemed to punch out here is 1995, but this contest apparently was finished in 1996. 1995, the Mars Candy Company decided that having 2 shades of brown M&Ms, racist, was unnecessary, very racist. So they did away with the light brown ones.
Whoa.
This is getting more racist and racist.
This really is. It's growing by the read.
Leaving only the colors red, yellow, green, dark brown, and orange. Mars held a replacement contest inviting candy lovers to call a 1-800 number and vote for their favorite proposed color, blue, pink, or purple. Blue won, and M&Ms never looked the same.
Wow. I got to say, I remember this happening. I remember like when you could do this, when you could vote for it. I voted for purple, and I thought we were going to win. I thought purple had it. And you know what? To this day, a purple M&M would have been sweet. I feel like blue is just an underhand toss.
Didn't they make pink and purple into the Easter ones, right? Didn't they just like repurpose that? They just said we already have the dye or the ink. We have enough to make Easter for the next.
We really pissed off the purple people that all voted for the purple M&M, so we're just going to pander to them and make it a holiday M&M, not a 365 M&M that you could purchase.
I believe that there is a commercial here. Let me see. We can pull up this commercial. Oh, here's our YouTube channel. Speaking of,
join, baby.
Oh, that's not right. That's the wrong one. Here it is.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
totally blue. I want to be in this commercial.
You ain't getting this job because you're not blue.
Great. Oh, look at that.
Oh, they even got
B.B.
BB
King?
singing the blues.
Wow.
Wait.
Spared at no expense.
I got the
Wow.
Take me home, BB.
Hey.
monkey. Cut. They're not blue. Uh-oh.
Oh, they're gonna murder him.
Oh, wow. Gagged him up.
King ate him. One bite. Saw with my own eyes.
All
Is that
right,
John Lovitz?
So that is John Lovett's voice, and so that was the commercial where they actually spent money. This Blue M&Ms commercial has Steven Weber from Wings, and I know you're probably thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. Who the hell is Steven Weber from Wings? He was the other brother.
Find out.
But that commercial with BB King, they could see all of the, obviously the star power, the CGI, the extras. This is what Steven Weber gets.
Hey, you must be the new Blue M&Ms. How's it feel being the new guy? Get back in the bag.
Oh, poor Steven Weber.
Brilliant idea.
They shot him out in a day.
He gets a 15-second commercial, and
in a way smaller trailer than BB King got. I'll tell you right now.
Oh man, I can only
Mr. Weber, you're just down the lot to the left.
I don't know when Wings went off the air, if it was still on in 1996, but I mean, he was obviously a well-known guy with hey, you know what we should get? We should get one of the guys from Wings. We blew all our money on BB King. We'll get the other brother from Wings, Steven Weber. Steven Weber, get Steven Weber.
But again, Steven Weber had his day in the sun. Remember, he was in that Shining TV adaptation. Wasn't he Jack Torrance in that?
But
was that his swan song?
I mean, Tom, but that was also he bit off a little more than he could chew there. I mean, he's going up against Jack Nicholson and Stanley Kubrick.
I
don't know about Day in the Sun.
Believe me, but for him it was. I'm not saying for his career. Obviously, I think it was the setting sun of his career. But I think that the fact that even an executive in TV was, like you said, they're like, listen, a coveted role that Jack Nicholson made iconic, and Steven Weber from Where Did We Go Wrong?
Who do we have who's a young Jack Nicholson? Steven Weber? We only have money for Steven Weber.
Is that the goofy mechanic in Wings? No, not him. No. The other guy.
No, he'll be famous once we put him give him another 10 years, but he'll be in a wine movie and then a Spider-Man. There's Thomas Hayden Church or Thomas Howell Church, something like that. Something along those lines. But it's funny, Steven Weber Renaissance. Next fad here is the Macarena. Los Del Rio's Macarena became the second longest running #1 in Billboard history. Shifted 14 million copies and sparked a dance craze that spread everywhere from the Olympics to the Democratic National Convention.
Incredible.
There are one-hit wonders, and then there is the Macarena.
What kind of Macarena money we talking here? And it was those guys. I mean, granted, it was some kind of DJ or it had to have been some producer that put it together, but those guys' voice are obviously the layered, the big fucking sell.
One of I have some lyrics here in front of me from AI producer. It must be pertinent. So as you can see here in this graphic, there is a pie chart of the graphics of Macarena, with the small portion being Macarena and the larger portion just being a bunch of gibberish.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And some of that gibberish is quote, "But don't you worry about my boyfriend. He's a boy whose name is Vitorino. I don't want him, couldn't stand him. He was no good. So I, ha, 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 ha. Now, come on. What was I supposed to do? He was out of town and his two friends were so fine."
Wow. A little threesome in the Macarena.
What I've learned from
Skanky,
from all the gibberish is she straight up got finger trapped by Vitorino's two buddies.
So this is basically those two buddies are probably the two older men pictured in the song.
Yes.
This is all coming together, and so they're singing about some airtight situation here with some lone woman at her house while her husband or boyfriend is away.
Well, let's see here.
Hey, Macarena.
And then we also have another video here. Let me see from this is from the Democratic National Convention, which I guess co-opted. I don't want us to get too DMCA here. So let me put down the volume a little bit.
I see it
But
right
this
there.
is
Oh,
this
man.
is how much this kind of took over. We had the Democratic national runner for the president of the United States having this. Look at this. We got Hillary
Oh,
clapping along. Dude, it looks fake. Like it.
cringy. It
Look at they're doing
does.
it in Congress. Dude, look at this guy.
This is so bad.
I'm a stone looking broad.
I love how they just keep cutting to Hillary Clinton trying to look like a real woman,
Soul Brother getting down on
not
it.
a fucking
Just
robot.
turn it down a little more. Look at
Oh,
look
at
at
that.
even
Got
gay
the gay
pride getting in
flag.
on it. Dude, it's
Is
just
there
so
something
weird.
more? There's just something more like just ominous to it, like the way they cut this. It's really fucked up. They've already like, they've already like sanctioned a fucking drone strike after this. You know,
Look at her clip.
it's the same one. They keep going back to the same clip.
Oh my God.
That is nightmare fuel.
God. Dude, it's like a dictator who doesn't know how to like celebrate with their people, and it's just this weird clap.
Am I doing it right? You know, it's okay. Macarena is one of those songs, right? And it's just like, it's like, I wonder if even today at a put ourselves middle school freshman dance, are they throwing the wild card in there? Are they throwing this out? Are the kids finding this funny? Are they jumping out and dancing to it, making fun of it? Or is this at like people's like now retirement parties or like the family wedding? Like, I'm sure family wedding DJs, this is a bring back the crowd one. If they're losing the night, they just play Macarena, and there's a couple of like your aunt and uncle and, you know, people that will go out and dance to this song. It's like we're trained as white people to dance to this.
Weddings for sure, 100%. If you
Yeah.
were to play this, I think at like a middle school, right? I think that kids are too savvy now. Like they have too much just whatever hip hop or rap song or Megan Stallion or whatever broad, like that kind of music, even at middle school age. I think if you're to play the Macarena, it wouldn't even be like looked on as like cool. It's like it's lame and cool, you know what I mean? Like I think whatchamacallit, the
Put a trap
rednecks
beat under it.
like Cotton Eye Joe. Like I think Cotton Eye Joe would still get play. Macarena, I don't
it does
think.
have a more banger vibe to it, but like but I don't know. I do think though this is one of those things though. It's in that perpetual, now that's what I call 1996 fucking hit CD that you would get, you know. It's like in that Jock Jams iteration of its 90s essence.
Man, I can't wait for whatever year if we get music.
Jock Jams will come.
Yeah, that might even have to be like a bonus. We have to like,
I don't even know. We could do deep dive Jock Jams and all the nows that came out. But this was just the thing. And I even remember, you know, being in middle school and being in high school during this song, and it would come on and it was like there was the like embarrassment. Like, of course, like it was cute and fun to do it in middle school when you're still kind of a kid. But when you actually got into like being a young boy and like you knew chicks were looking at you, you were just like, I would never step dead out and to do that Macarena. That's a death sentence, bro.
Next on the fads was a little bestseller called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. It says John Gray, PhD, book has sold more than 50 million copies. And according to CNN report, it was the highest ranked work of nonfiction in the 1990s, spending 121 weeks on the bestseller list. The book and its central metaphor having become a part of popular culture and the foundation for the author's subsequent books, recordings, seminars, theme vacations, one-man Broadway show, TV sitcom, workout videos, a podcast, men's and ladies' apparel lines, fragrances, travel guides, and his and hers salad dressings.
Spaceballs, the lunchbox. Spaceballs, the yo-yo. Men Are From Mars, the lunchbox. Oh my God, dude.
Dude,
advertising, marketing.
Dude, that reads like something that is like exactly. It's like the Spaceballs, everything that you can brand.
It's a quiche little like slogan. It's like, don't worry, be happy. Remember that, the Bobby McFerrin, just those lyrics was like, slap it on a t-shirt, slap it on a whatever, you know, on a fanny pack. This has that same allure to it. Just like it's a saying. It's just, and you know, just like snarkily, oh, you could run home with this, and they did. They made money.
And let's see here. We have a little, I believe there's a video of him doing some of his seminars. So let's
Oh,
see
let's see.
what
People
the
paid for.
121 weeks at the bestseller, 15 million copies sold. He's got a Broadway show. Let's see what a little taste of what it's like to have a better relationship because you're married to a woman. Let's see here.
And there's nothing wrong with those differences.
This is John Gray. My
This
God,
is
not what I would have thought.
It really is frustrating, and we can easily take it the wrong way. We can easily feel hurt.
Okay.
Of course, once we feel hurt, then we hold back. And once we start holding back, that's when relationships start going downhill.
Okay.
We feel like I'm not getting my due, so I'm going to stop giving. And we hold back, and the love goes away. And the magic relationship can't occur without that love. And just as information changes relationships. Why? Because people realize when you're done with this talk, very simple creatures. Feed us.
Oh, here we go. This is the part
women
here.
know women are complicated, but men are not complicated. We're very simple creatures. Feed us.
Oh, John. Oh, my
John.
God.
Keep them in the kitchen,
Ask us
John.
what you want. Just tell me what you want. You see, why do women not tell us what they want?
Why, John?
One is they're not taught to do it. And that's what part of my message.
They say
Blaming
we
them.
can't find the clitoris.
Blaming them.
But two is why don't they ask? Because it feels so much better if they don't ask. Remember we went through that whole thing. If you just do it.
Oh my God.
So that is that's
giving out big youth counselor energy right there. And yeah, I mean, I guess like I'd have been like, hey John, question in the back. I was told I just had to come here to listen, or that I get a free couple 2 nights at a ski resort or something.
I mean,
God.
that guy got a Broadway show, a TV show, salad dressing, dude. Apparently, like a whole resort somewhere where it's sunny. And I don't know how anyone took what he said and gave him more money. Like they gave him more money after seeing him talk. They gave him more money.
That was a big thing, though. That definitely reigned supreme in that time. Oh my boy!
Speaking of a big thing, Tickle Me Elmo. When squeezed, Elmo recites his trademark giggle. When squeezed 3 times, Elmo shakes and vibrates. The toy was first produced in the United States in 1996 and slowly became a fad, reaching its apex during the 1996 Christmas shopping season, with some instances of violence reported over the limited available supply. People reported that the toy, which retailed for $28.99 according to its MSRP, was being resold by scalpers in newspapers and on the internet for up to $1,500. $1,500.
Man, opportunist, right? It was the Elmo-geddon of that holiday season, man. People were throwing bows, they were clawing each other. It was just like anything over the top. The Furbies before that, you know, even gaming systems. Remember like I forgot what it was, not the Switch, but the Wii or whatever came out. It was like couldn't get it. People were like meeting you in, you know, parking lots to sell one to you out of their trunk for like 3 times as much.
Well, we have a little, we have some video footage here of what this toy actually was like. And I don't think anyone would want this toy after hearing
John Gray again. Oh,
watch out.
Makes
There's
sense.
something funny going on.
Tickles.
It's new Tickle Me Elmo. Your child tickles
I mean, the
Elmo
incessant-
and talks and laughs.
that bad touches.
Tickle him again and
Yeah.
hold on, 'cause his whole body
This was
shakes with
before
laughter.
this wasn't acceptable. I don't
Oh,
think tickling was okay and cute until tickling took on other connotations over the years. Yep.
Tickle Me Elmo, the newest
He's just
huggable
going
man.
insane.
Elmo's having a
Sesame
grand mal
Street
seizure
family.
over there too. He's just like seizing up, and I think I saw a video where they skinned one and took all like the the fur and shit off it, and it was like an endoskeleton. It was just like Terminator 2 and shit. You're like, these things were built like to who even knows.
I guarantee there was
maniacal
some
plan they had to activate Tickle Me Elmo.
I guarantee like some unhappy, 2 Christmas households, some parent got the Tickle Me Elmo where the other parent didn't. They gloated it over the other parent.
Oh yeah.
And mysteriously that Tickle Me Elmo ended up with some cigarette burns, missing head, busted vocal box. All like that thing definitely caused more contempt than happiness. I guarantee that, because I mean, spending for $1,500. Can you imagine $1,500 just to hear?
just so your kids' eyes light up on Christmas morning. And again, you said it best. The irony of Tickle Me Elmo for everything that happened with Elmo and like the puppeteer that like did Elmo, and there was even like fucking talk about him being a weird, possibly pedophile.
Yeah,
The
so
wrong
I
kinds of
remember
tickles. I think he was acquitted. I don't think he ever
I
got,
think
and I could be wrong on that. I don't know.
and hey, I think he did come out as like being gay, which whatever, man, more power to you. But the
Absolutely, yeah.
fact that it's more than likely that I feel like if he was guilty of doing a bunch of bad like kitty diddling, I think he would be like in jail or something more so than you and I both like. I think he got acquitted, and I say that to say that's a shame because what's mostly people I'm sure associate was like, oh yeah, didn't the guy who voiced Elmo, didn't he like get like caught for like kitty diddling? It's like, yeah, but he got acquitted. But a lot of good that does you after the fact, right? Like poor Tickle Me Elmo, you got tarnished. His name got tarnished.
Absolutely tarnished, and that destroyed the line of Tickle Me Elmos.
And it says the last fad here, which kind of goes in with our next category being video games, but Pokemon on it became I guess it's a little more than a fad, as an ongoing fad, but on the 27th of February 1996, Pocket Monsters, which was the original name or released in the name in Japan, was released in a red and green version for the Game Boy. The games were on a cartridge, and players could trade Pokemon using a cable to connect to each other's Game Boy. Wow. I mean, I don't know of a game before this where you could hook up your Game Boy and like trade. I'm sure there might be one or two, but I don't think to the degree that
played as heavily on it as this did. This was an obsession. This was crazy. And it's like, to be honest with you, at this point, I felt like possibly kids that were younger than me liked it. I had younger cousins that were maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 years younger than me, and they absolutely went crazy for this. I thought it was cool, but I think at this point, my tastes had moved on from this kind of, this kind of gaming. I guess this kind of like collective RPG kind of style fighting thing that it created.
I also was like missed the boat on the Pokemon.
Right.
I remember seeing, like, again, we've brought it a couple times before, like the kids who had more money than us growing up. I can remember, like, I have a vague memory
frequently on this show.
Yeah, I have a vague memory.
You know who you are.
Yeah, of them playing this. And be like, oh, what's that? And they're like, it's Pokemon. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And obviously I was a couple years ago, the Pokemon Go, everyone was big on that. So like I said, it's a little bit more than a fad considering its staying power, but it was quite the fad in 1996.
Started it here, I think, like you said, the fad. It was the light and the fuse, light and the gunpowder that was Pokemon for years to come.
I think if we look at this commercial, we can probably see why it might have had a little bit of a craze. Let's see here. Will you battle my pocket monsters?
モンスター全部で150種類。通信ケーブルでモンスター取り替えっこ。スーパーゲームボーイならカラーで綺麗。仲間が増えるロールプレイング。ポケットモンスター。
All right.
Pocket Monster. The Pocket Monster name is amazing too. It has so many strange implications.
I do like that name, and I just want to go back here. This is I mean, I could see like this in a kids game commercial. I mean, that's
it's quite a noise, obviously. Yeah,
that's a little much.
And obviously playing on the whole like the little girl motif that they just love putting in most of them.
Yeah, I mean, that seems a little much, but sure. I think based on that commercial alone, you can see why, even if you weren't a young kid playing that game, that
you're into it.
You're into the Pokemon. I could see where they're going there. Well, that was that's pretty much the fads that we got dumped out for 1996. I mean, I don't know if I can remember any commercials much like that for any toy, but I think maybe if I did see one of those in 1996, possibly I might have gotten on the Pocket Monster train.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I feel kind of like, again, I was late to the train on that, but it does, again, I've seen it continue to just grow through the years and be more and more popular. Like you said, it's just, everybody's still trying to catch them some Pokemon. It just goes on forever and ever. It's a collective mindset.
Well, so we don't go on forever and ever. I think we should probably go to another sponsor, and then we can go to our last segment for the year, or last category for the year, 1996. We will be right back.
After this motherfucking messages, we'll be right back.
This segment of Anachronology is brought to you by Messy Jessie's Pinata Cakes. Get ready to smash into sweetness with Messy Jessie's Pinata Cakes. Are you tired of the same old birthday cake routine? Say goodbye to boring desserts and hello to a party explosion with Messy Jessie's Pinata Cakes. Imagine the thrill of smashing open a delicious cake filled with an avalanche of your favorite candies and treats. It's not just a dessert, it's an experience that'll leave your taste buds tingling and your guests cheering for more. Whether you're celebrating a birthday, graduation, or just want to add some excitement to your gathering, Messy Jessie's Pinata Cakes are the ultimate crowd pleaser. Made with the finest ingredients and handcrafted with love, each cake is a masterpiece waiting to be demolished. From classic chocolate and vanilla to exotic flavors like red velvet and lemon zest, we have a variety of mouth-watering options to satisfy every sweet tooth. And the best part? You can customize your pinata cake with your favorite candies and fillings for a truly unforgettable surprise. So why settle for ordinary when you can smash into extraordinary? Order your Messy Jessie's Pinata Cakes today and let the sugary madness begin. It's time to break the mold and make your celebration a smash hit with Messy Jessie's.
You are watching Anachronology.
Hello, welcome back to Anachronology in the year 1996.
Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that break by another incredible sponsor. As we always say on the show, you can also be a sponsor. You can be part of the Anachronology team. You can be an anachronaut yourself, traveling through time, archiving history to save the past, like myself and my counterpart here, Clay. Head over to the Patreon. You'll find links in the description below there. And if you don't want to do that yet, just your like, just your subscribe helps two old bros like this carry on the torch to keep making fun episodes for y'all.
And I say it every time, like, comment, subscribe, but comments, man, whatever we're doing right, whatever we're doing wrong, love to hear it. It's all in good fun. And, you know, we don't have any show without you guys. So please just engage. And if not, well, that's too bad, because we've got the last segment the last category for 1996. And that is going to be a little video gameage. Tom, awesome. Video games. Both near and dear to both of our hearts.
Oh yeah,
1996, a banner year for video games.
Big year, man. Yeah, I agree. I think we are of the generation. I think we grew up very predominantly with video games. We got end of the 80s. We got Nintendo. That was awesome. We gravitated to things like the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo, these 16-bit systems. Everything was awesome. The PlayStation eventually comes out, but I think there's that fine spot in time that happens around 1996 where Nintendo gives us a golden egg of a gift. And what is that?
That is the Nintendo 64 home video game console developed by Nintendo, released on June 23rd, 1996 in Japan, and on September 29th in 1996 North America, and March 1st, 97 in Europe and Australia. But you guys aren't Japan or North America. Get out of here, Europe and Australia. Get out of here with your video games. You get them way later than us. The successor to Super Nintendo system, it was the last major home console to use cartridges as its primary storage format until the Nintendo Switch in 2017.
Wow.
I
did not know that.
I never had a N64 growing up, but all of my friends had one. So it was like by default, like if I was going over to some kid's house to hang, I'd be like, "Oh, awesome!" So I didn't own one. I don't feel like I missed out that much because, everybody, you play GoldenEye, you'd play Mario Kart, Perfect Dark was another one I remember. But yeah, it's like there was that game console was in everybody's living room. So even though I didn't have one, I played the hell out of it myself.
Yeah, it was awesome. I remember a friend of mine's family had gotten it like very early on when it came out. So like you said, it came out in that like September pocket, like it was a hot try to get Christmas item, I think, too. Another one that just was like, oh my God, everybody wanted it. And I remember the first time ever touching or looking at the controllers, I was angry about it. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. There's just no ergonomics to how I think this works. But I'll tell you right now, when you actually hold that N64 controller and you play with it, you're just like, there's some weird genius to it. There's some weird thing that Nintendo figured out where, like, again, it just is like that little joystick, you know, there's kind of the paddles on the front. It's kind of ahead of its time, really. You know, it kind of took us ergonomically and, for one, made a controller bigger. The Genesis controller was always fat and kind of big. This took up real estate in your hands. And I mean, the tactile feeling of using that. I remember playing, like, I think Mario 64, and you're just like, oh my God, where's this like toggle button been all my life? You know, you're just like, it was so catered for a 3D environment, you know, to bring you into these bigger immersive graphical worlds. 64-bit.
I can remember being blown away that it had the trigger underneath the center. And the thing that I remember, I remember the most, or one that sticks out in memory quite a bit. I dated this girl for a little while, and she had an N64, and she's like, "Oh, I was like, oh, you got Mario Kart today? You want to play some Mario Kart, bro?" This girl, like, if there was like a League of Legends play or like if esports, she could have went pro in Mario Kart. Like, even though I didn't, you know, own the game, like I owned the console. So, but you know how it's like, you're not necessarily like, you play enough video games, you're kind of good or decent enough at video games, right? It's like, oh, I can pick this up, even if I kind of get like, you know, you kind of get beat. I'll make the race close. Smoked, bro. Smoked. We would have, people would come over, she'd smoke everybody, dude. And I remember I remember feeling so bad of being like, I can't believe I'm getting my ass handed to me by a girl in Mario Kart 64.
Owning. Yeah. And 64 was badass, man. It really was. And that, like, kind of release window, like you said, there were so many good releases that they put out at that time that it was just like, it was a hot system because there were so many good games to play on it.
Yeah. Speaking of, let's see here, of hot releases on a hot system, what do we got here in the commercials? So this is a...
We will not live in a two-dimensional world. We won't go in one direction.
This is a commercial for the for Nintendo 64. Just the crappy like guitar riff. Listen to, like, the buzzwords.
It's so bad. Listen up. We will not live in a two-dimensional world. We won't go in one direction or dig where we can set. We will walk through walls. We will take a look around.
Trying to sound so cool.
Be confined. We believe in the path of least limits.
We won't be told how to view the world.
True freedom. We will not compromise. We will live the game through our hands.
Oh, there it is in all its glory.
And the whole reason
that
why
was the big sell,
dude, the whole reason why they're talking like this too, they're saying, you know, like, we move in no directions or change the world. It's all because the access, like the YZ access, everything was mostly like top down 2D scroller. This broke the mold.
Oh, it was. That's it. Like they said, they won't live in a 2D world. You know, it was the 3-dimensional breakthrough of Nintendo, because so many, if they remade their flagship Mario to be that way, then it was like, then they took it a step up with Star Fox and made Star Fox all wild. But it's what's funny with Star Fox was kind of a different game. The original one for the SNES.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Kind of flying. So I think they had certain like 2D, 3D tricks that they did, but this was like, you were in it. It took you there. First person became a totally different experience in N64.
Speaking of awesome games, I know everybody traveling not in 2D. I remember everyone remembers Nintendo Wave Runner 64.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome fucking music.
Oh yeah. Look at the sick moves you could do on those wave runners. And you look at it now and it looks so bad. It's so funny. It was just, yeah, I remember playing that and being frustrated with that game, because it was like, it definitely wasn't cool like Mario Kart was, but it was still just like, you know, it was always a competition game to play with a friend.
I think I remember it like you know, it was KB Toys or Toy R Us or when they had the display model to, you know, there was like Mario, and then there was that Wave Runner game, and I remember like sitting there playing it and just not being able how to drive the damn thing, like 'cause the handling on it was so bad.
It was so
Freaking
bad.
Wave Runner 64. But let me see here. What's the next game we have in this queue for N64? Oh, I think this is also a Super Mario, but
You want to see something really cool?
90s, baby.
Wow. Oh, wow. This was spared no expense. Green screening this kid into this.
You could zoom in, zoom out, change angles.
This is a little better than the other one. I guess
This is
definitely
serious
cooler.
green screen work for its time.
Oh, he's showing off that controller.
This thrashing punk soundtrack.
It's the 90s.
The system.
Yeah, that was the other big famous thing, was that like the rotating N, you know, they're like showing off the three dimensions. They knew what they were doing. They did it so well.
Probably also the best known game right here. We'll just get right into it.
Maybe.
The best known game. And we're gonna see a little difference here. Let's go first to we already see the Pokemon or Pocket Monster commercial. Let's first go to North America for arguably the greatest game on the N64. Come on.
GoldenEye
007.
Are you?
Oh my god. There was just no other game like it.
And it's like looking at the graphics. The graphics are awful.
Oh, blocky and terrible.
You know how to use one of these?
England James.
And we're getting a lot of movie clips, you know, from the movie. They're showing like the game, but they're also just putting a bunch of the.
Oh, look at that
movie
sidecar in it with the VHS that you could buy. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, and it is this. I think it was truly just what a tie-in to the movie already, because you know they were probably making this along way before GoldenEye came out. And they're like, can you just make it GoldenEye? We could skin up some terrible looking Pierce Brosnan GoldenEye and blocky faces and hands and guns.
So that was the North American or / Australian UK market commercial. Let's see what Japan has in store.
Oh, I can't wait.
No beat. Pocket Monsters. There's 2 007s. Apparently not one. There's 2.
Brilliant.
There is no subtitle, so I can't translate Pocket Monsters.
Oh,
I thought so. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what they're doing. There was
You're all 007.
There was more than one bond because they were showcasing that you can have up to 4 players
Baller.
in the game. But you know, they did not show any of the clips from the movie, or they were just straight up Asian dudes in tuxedos.
Fun and zany. That's always the recipe. It's just like, let's get crazy with it. There's just no hold bars. I don't give a fuck.
And we'll wrap up here. So AI producer, we got a couple little flavors here. So Tomb Raider, which was a video game, more so than it was known as just an N64 game, like computer game, like a console release. So before they released Tomb Raider, the company came up with a little proof of concept. And so this is what they showed people, like, hey, this is what we can do with video games now. So here's a little wet your whistle, Lara Croft style. Let me ask you why. Do you think you know why they made this game? Do you think when this game got greenlit? Why
those are the most triangle titties you'll ever see, those things. That was like, yeah.
I'll give you 2 reasons why this game got greenlit. So, you know, they've put a lot of effort into making sure she has a little bit of slight reflection on her sunglasses. We have some foliage in the slight foreground. We have some rock formations in the background, and also some mounds in the foreground. So let's see what else. Let's see where this trailer takes us. This little proof of concept goes. Oh, a little smile. Ooh, a little shaky hips.
Wow.
What's going on here?
What a waistline on her, too.
What are you doing, Laura? That's
Laura.
Oh. So
that's
a lot of people pay for that. Oh, a little spasm.
If Laura squats on him, this is going to be a whole different scenario.
So this is again also
this is a fantasy, not a promo.
The proof of concept, and then just like every strong female character, down with the patriarchy.
Oh wow! And then she violently murders the person. Wow.
So that was proof of concept. Okay, so that's like what they did to show, like, hey, this is what we can do. Now
Sony's like, we'll take it.
Let's pull the curtain back here, and this is what we got here. We got this is what the first release was.
Oh, this was hot. Yeah, look at this. Oh shit!
It's got like
it's so
magic carpet, floating, jumping.
The guns just holding out at awkward angles. Still look at those triangle titties. Triangle titties prominent.
And the not living in two directions, so you can point your guns forward or to, like, 45. Yeah, like you got 180 degrees, you got 90 degrees. That's it. You don't have every direction.
Evade the angry bear.
No, and her ponytail.
They gave her the stupidest obstacles. It was just like bears and weird shit in the temples. They were just out of ideas. They ran out of all the ideas just like crafting those triangle tits. Her jumps are great.
So what you wanted was like a badass gun-toting, stacked,
Oh yeah.
Just basically female Indiana Jones, and you don't get
fucking like cheek smuggler pants on,
disappearing ponytail, and shorts. I don't know what the hell, busted ass fucking bears, but
John Lennon glasses.
Wow. So Tom, we saw how they packaged it and sold it to investors. We saw what we got for a return on our money. Now
whether we liked it or not.
Now let's see what the big wigs, the big company, the pencil pushers at Sony, with the creative geniuses, right, what we get tasked with.
What makes you sweat?
Ooh.
Is it passion?
What?
Or could it just be heat?
Is this for cologne?
About not knowing if your very next breath will be your last.
For jeans?
Student film.
What about all three?
What?
Wow.
TombRaider.
This doesn't look like any of the thing we just watched.
Oh boy, they talk about the choice cuts, dude. Yeah, that is crazy. That feels like just like that would air on MTV. Felt like a 9 Inch Nails video for a minute there. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I remember my friend had that game on computer, and and so my mind was already kind of like blown by the guns and the polygonal titties, and I don't remember seeing that. Like, I don't remember seeing any of this stuff for when this game came out, but I do remember a different kid having it on N64, and I remember being like, oh yeah, my friend has this on computer, and the kid was like, oh, this is way better on N64. And I play it, I was like, this is not better on N64. Nowhere close. It's not even that good on regular computer, let alone N64.
Yeah, and I do remember again. I think I remember a variation on the PlayStation that was big too, a Tomb Raider version that came out, and then again went all the way down the line to, like, of course, Angelina Jolie had a player in the movies. They put her out, and they've had like a few iterations of Lara Croft since then.
Whenever. I think we seen like Girl Interrupted in '99 or something. I can't remember what she was in before that, '97. But dude, somebody, they saw Angelina Jolie and they immediately was on their horn to their friend saying, "Who owns the movie rights to Tomb Raider? Because we're putting this broad in it." Because she looks, I mean,
Angelina Jolie,
the angular face, ponytail. I mean, that's pretty much what Angelina was doing in the '90s. All right, so Tom, speaking of games, we have time for a segment. And
we like segments,
where is it?
We like segments.
Let me get rid of this. So this little segment here, Tom, I'm going to call this "What Do We Know?" What do we know?
What do we know? It's a great question.
You and I are going to find out, because I don't think it's going to be a lot. So here, along the lines of, it's not a video game, but it is keeping with 1996. So this quiz is 100 real or fake Pokemon. 100 different Pokemon will be shown to you. Choose if you think they are fake or real. Goal is to get a high score so you can brag to everyone about how much you know about fictional animals.
All right.
All right. Good luck. And yes, all 8 gens are here. So this says 12 minutes. We're not going to spend 12 minutes doing this. Don't worry, everybody. I think, Tom, what we should do is we should
lightning round
it, knee-jerk reaction.
There we go.
I'll drive the quiz, and if there's a point of contention, You know, we'll defer to one or the other. So, what do you have an over under on what do you think our score will be
out of 100?
Out of 100, do you think, like, I mean, if we were to just flip a coin every time, it's kind of like what, 49, 51%? I am gonna say 27. I'll be generous. I'll say we'll get
27. All right, you went a little lower. I have some more faith in, I guess, some of our Pokemon feeling. I don't know. 35.
35. Okay. All right. Still good. Yeah. I don't think we're
in your wheelhouse. I'm not going above that.
All right. So I believe once we hit the play quiz, the timer starts. Right. So let's see where we go, my friend. All right. We have
it looks like one. It looks like a turtle. Yeah, that's like a turtle.
Oh, that was fake. Oh, this is real. That's real.
Real.
Oh shit.
Okay, hold on.
No, that's real. All right, we got that.
Real.
Okay. Fake. Yes.
Real.
Real. Okay.
Wait. Oh, torn. Oh, we should have went on that one.
It's okay. Fake. I'm fake. Fake on this one.
Yeah,
fake.
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 Oh, real. That little Applemon.
Oh, this looks real, but I think it's fake. God damn.
Real.
Real. All right. Cool.
Wolf Pokemon.
That's not real. Okay. Oh, nice. Good call.
Oh, that was random.
Fake. God damn it.
All right.
6 out of 10.
Real.
Okay.
Yeah. Pigamon.
Real. I mean, it looks fake.
Fake. Looks fake.
God damn, dude. Look, dude, every one of these is real.
That looks
fake. God
damn. Go real. Yeah, we were getting robbed on reels.
Little Kickapoo Joy Juice
what
cat.
Do you think?
I'm think fake, but I'm gonna say real. God
darn it.
All right,
real.
Fake.
Oh, good call.
The difference.
With the influence there. Fake.
Fake. Nice. Good call.
Shrimpamon.
Squirrel Man. Fake.
Fake Squirrel Man. Real?
Okay.
Damn.
I think they like it runs. You're fake.
Nice. That's
weird.
real.
It's definitely fake. No, is it real? It's weird Pikachu, like the night before Christmas.
Baby.
I'm going fake. Damn it. It was real. You're right.
Real.
Okay. Real. We're not doing good. This is
fake. There we go. Fake.
Fake. Okay, you're fake. But that looks like a whatever.
Fake.
Skull. Fake. Real. You're real.
Real.
Every time.
Right, now is it real?
I'm calling.
Good call.
Look
real.
At this
Nosemon.
Real. Nosemon is real.
Nosemon.
What about Radamon?
Radamon's real.
Radamon's real. Damn it, Radamon. Cyclops.
Bearman.
He's fake.
Yeah.
Platypus, this looks real.
Pokemon. Real.
This looks real. God damn. You're real. You're
35.
This
we're going to surpass our expectations.
No, we're at 17. We're only at 17.
I see. That's
this
how many
real.
are left.
That's real. That's definitely real. This is real.
Real.
This is real.
Real.
This is fake.
Paramon.
Come on. Polygon
that
gone.
Looks stupid.
Polygon Mon. Stupid. Fake. God damn it. Real.
Real.
Real. Real. God damn it. I was
gonna say ride the reel.
A robot. Fake. Oh. Real. Oh, there's every Pokemon that looks like that lizard. Okay, you're fake. Fake.
Awesome.
You're fake. We're going fake. You're real. Nice.
Real.
Real. Angry. Real.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Dodo egg.
Dodo egg's fake.
Dodo egg's fake. Nice, dude. Killing it. We're on a roll.
Dodo.
This
fake
looks
again.
Okay, I'll go fake. Damn, I thought it was real. It's all good. We're at hey, we beat what I said I was gonna get. Electric Bunny's fake. Electric Bunny's fake.
Okay.
This looks real. God damn it.
Real.
Okay. Real. Nice.
Real.
Real. Damn. Ballerina. Ringmon. This looks.
Ringmon looks fake.
I'm gonna say real.
I would say good call. Real. Totemon.
Totemon is real.
Damn. Fake Totemon.
All right. This is little Greymon. Greymon's fake. Fuck.
Fakey. Damn it.
Little fake. Done. We're doing it. Fake. I'm gonna go fake until we get fake. There we go. Fake. We can go.
Come on, let's get that 35. Real.
Nice.
Yeah, real again. It's real.
Real again. Cool.
Let's get that 35.
Chigger.
Real.
It's a real nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We got your over under.
Let's surpass ours. Both of our
fake.
things.
Nice. Okay.
Real.
Toppymon. Toppymon's real.
Looks real too. He's friends with Toppymon.
Chew Toy's real. Chew Toymon's real.
Fire Eyes fake.
Fire Eyes. Oh no! Fire fake. Oh damn it! They screwed us. Buggymon. Real. Damn it, Buggymon. Twiggy Buggymon. Dragonmon, fake.
Dragonmon.
Oh. Fake.
Damn it.
All right. Puffymon, fake.
Fake.
Fake. Nice.
Okay.
Good call. Squirrelmon. Real. Nice. 41.
Monkeymon. Monkeymon's real.
Monkeymon's real. Monkeymon's fake.
Monkeymon.
Okay, weird doggy Pikachumon, fake. Nice.
Real. Lamb Fire
Fire Lamb, real. Damn it. Gearmon. God,
Gearmon is real. All
right, you're real. We look real. Oh, Hitler Bird is real. Yes, Hitler Bird's real.
Bird.
Sharkymon.
Fake.
Nice, good call.
Just killing it.
Yellymon, real.
Looks real.
Ghost or alien from the movie Contact. You're fake. God
damn. Twigamon.
Fire Bullymon, real. Shit. The last thing that looked like this was fake. So I'm gonna say fake. Nice.
Also,
weird Sealymon.
Sealymon
is real. It was real. Nice, good call. Oh, if we get 50,
I believed in you, Sealymon.
Okay, Buggy. Owlymon. Fake. Nice. Okay, well, if we get 50, this will be awesome.
We get 50. Can you imagine? Real.
All right, real. Okay, we're still good.
We're still good. One more. We have 11 left.
Fake.
Yes.
Okay. We need 9 more to get over 50%.
Okay, let's go. Real.
Okay, real.
Damn,
we're just gonna hit real till we get one.
Real's got to be it. Ooh, these all
yes,
fake.
Okay.
Real.
Oh, dude, we got over 51%. You're fake. Let me see.
Fake.
You're fake. Cool. You're real. Damn.
Ooh,
2 more.
Real.
Awesome. I'm glad that one's real.
Real. Last one. Okay. Wolfie.
Real.
Oh, not bad.
Okay. Well, for never playing this damn game, we basically did it in half the amount of time.
It's pretty great.
We could have
a lightning round worth it, and I think we did pretty damn well. We both surpassed our expectations.
I'm sure if 54 out of 100. We could
probably me up against any Pokemon fan.
We could probably play this game like 3 times in a row and still probably even do worse. I'll remember Hitler Birdymon. I'll remember him forever.
Yeah, I liked that. That was a rare one. Nice.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a video game. But it was a little segment we called "What Do We Know?" And apparently, we only know 54 out of 100 Pokemon.
Yeah, how many would you have gotten if you took the quiz? How Pokemon nerdy are you?
Yeah, take the quiz. See what you did.
Is the question. Yeah, go take that quiz. That was a ton of fun.
Now let's hear from one of our amazing and valued sponsors who make this whole show possible.
Okay, AI producer, I guess we'll take his cue, and we will take our final commercial break here on Anachronology and come back for some parting words for the year 1996. Bye.
We'll see you after these very short messages, so get your asses back to the chopper.
Alrighty, this sponsor break here at Anachronology is brought to you by our friends over at Boohoo Funeral Balloons. Who says funerals have to be somber affairs? At Boohoo Funeral Balloons, we're turning sorrow into celebration. Our balloons are big, bold, and designed to lift spirits, because sometimes a little distraction is just what you need. With Boohoo Funeral Balloons, we honor the memory of our loved ones in a way that's both heartfelt and meaningful. By having balloons that are so large and so distracting, they take up so much space that there won't be any time for tears, because people will be too busy quietly asking each other, what the hell are those giant balloons doing here? And why are those balloons have Japanese cartoon women on them? Did I have any knowledge of what the balloons are doing there so you can act like you're in the dark just like everyone else? By the time anyone can wrangle out giant loony can wrangle our giant loony
Funeral loons.
Okay. The service will be over and no one's the wiser. With Boohoo Funeral Balloons, we're bringing color to the darkest of days and reminding everyone that love and laughter go hand in hand. God, that's true. So let's celebrate life, love, and cherish memories with Boohoo Funeral Balloons, because even in loss, there's room for joy.
are watching Anachronology.
Welcome back to the show. I hope you guys enjoyed that word from our sponsor, Boohoo Funeral Balloons, for all your funeral balloon needs. Tom, I had a hell of a time on this episode of 1996. How about you?
Incredible, man. I always enjoy these little romps down memory lane. Always brings back stuff that I may have forgotten, stuff that's kind of, still on the tip of our tongue. I feel like nostalgia is a constant thing in our culture now, and it's just fun to kind of like pull back the curtain and look at things, especially categories maybe that we don't, we didn't pay a lot of attention to back then. But I learned something every time. I hope everybody watching learns something, whether you were like a wee little baby, a YouTube star growing up, getting born in 1996, or if you were like me and you were in high school or, just kind of coming into your own. There's always something where you're like, oh my God, I had that. I did that. I saw that. Whatever. You're just part of it. We're all part of it.
There is any of the video footage that you watched or listened to today on the podcast, you can go over to our Acronology YouTube channel. We have a playlist of every piece of media that we play, so you can watch it again and say, hey, do you guys remember this? Or you can share it with someone who might not have seen it before, but either way, you can check this out. Look at this little subscribe button right over here. You can just subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that brings you to, like I just said, all our little playlists. And also, if you want to get some extra segments and extra, like the game that Tom and I just played there, trying to name all of the Pokemon, we do something of the sort on our Patreon. For every episode, we dish out an extra segment and an extra category for just those members of our Patreon. Peter, I'm looking at you. Thanks, bud.
That's right, pal. All for you, buddy. That's right. Patreon exclusives only for Patreon members. I think what we're going to do is we're also over going to time kind of give everybody a little taste of one of those. We're going to put some out probably on the YouTubes, a couple of clips up on the social medias. Also, shout out to our social medias. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, and on the Book of Face. Just search Anachronology. You can learn how to spell it. I'm not going to spell it for you, but any support and following is welcome.
And if you like this episode and you liked laughing as much as we liked making it, well, then please give us a little follow, give us a little subscribe. And if you like, you can catch us next week when we drop another episode of Anachronology. Tom,
thanks.
I'll see you guys later.
Hasta la pasta.